Hey all, I thought I would whip out my vlogging camera and speak to the camera for a little bit. I got some family news yesterday that was like kind of sad, and I'm marinating in my thoughts right now. But since the entire point of me doing this vlogging journey is to record my memories and my thoughts, so that way down the line I have something to look back on. Also, the next 5 minutes or so, it's literally gonna be me talking to the camera, so if you wanna skip it, feel free to do so. It's Monday morning, January 9th. I look like a hot mess. I feel like a hot mess, and Louis won't stop ripping up my couch. As much as I love him. Hey. Okay, look at that little stare he just gave me. To preface all of this, I know some of you have relationships with your parents like mine. I think I've seen this more with kids in immigrant families, or from kids who just had a lot of pressure from their parents growing up. I love my parents to death. We used to fight a lot growing up, but that's because my parents gave me a super privileged upbringing. When it came to anything like academia or career, they gave me all the tools I needed to succeed. Anything that they could have done, whether it's like give me SAT prep classes or whatever, they did without batting an eye, okay? No matter how expensive, no matter what. They did that for me. I'm super thankful for that. That's like the extent of our relationship. It was always about making sure that I was set up for life, but in terms of really getting to know me, about like the music I listen to, my hobbies, everyone who knows me knows like I love shopping, I love fashion, I love branding. That's why I'm in marketing. All those things I could never talk to my parents about. It just, we couldn't relate, they couldn't relate to me. It's a whole thing, right? Because of that, as I've gotten older and more independent, we've never had like a casual relationship, so we don't just like call and text all the time about everything, you know. It's very like, let's call on the holidays, let's call on birthdays, what's the life update, how's your job doing, how's your health, all of that, and that's kind of it. We're not sitting on the phone like, did you watch the most recent episode of like Real Housewives? It's just not the relationship I have. Anyway, I'm saying all of this because when my parents do call me out of the blue, I just know there's like a 50% chance that it's bad news. It's not a good update. It's something that they need to tell me. So my mom FaceTimes me yesterday. She starts it off so casually going, oh, by the way, your grandfather passed away on December 28th. Yeah, he got COVID. I'm sitting there like, wait, what? He was 96, so he's lived a really long life. And if you've been watching the news, you know that China's having a huge COVID crisis right now. A lot of the elderly are getting affected. I've been knowing about this, hearing about this. I just never thought that, I don't know, it never clicked in my head that it could affect my family. So if any of you guys are going through this or know someone who's going through this, my heart and my thoughts are with you. No one can prepare you for something like this. And here's the thing about my relationship with my grandpa and my dad's side of the family. My dad has 3 sisters, they all have kids, so I have all my cousins. My grandfather is actually was my last living grandparent, but I was the only one raised in America. And because of that, obviously, I just have always been kind of removed from the family. And there's no animosity, nothing. It's just, there's barriers, right? Like I literally live in a different country, and it's not a country that's like super easy to come to and the most affordable place, right? So I totally get it. But that's where it gets hard, because I realized like the last time I saw my grandpa, I was literally 16 or 15 years old. I used to go back to China every single summer growing up, but then once you get to high school, you start doing extracurriculars and having internships and jobs, and I just couldn't go anymore. And on top of that, I can't even remember the last time I spoke with my grandpa. So with all of that being said, I'm very much not close with that side of the family. Randomly, this thought actually has come into my head maybe twice over the last couple of months. I didn't even know how old my grandpa was. I was just like, I wonder, like, is he still alive? I haven't like checked in a really long time. Like, how is he doing? That thought has come into my head. So when my mom gave me the news, my first thought was, so he was alive this whole time. And then I waited for the grief to set in, and it never came. And now that it's been a whole day since I got this news, I think my grief or the sadness I'm feeling right now is coming from the fact that I feel nothing. And I feel like with emotions, whether it's happiness, anger, joy, grief, worry, you feel that way because you care about someone. So when you feel nothing, It means that you didn't really care about them and they weren't that important in your life. And it's not that my grandpa is not important in my life, it's just I never had that relationship with him. So it's made me really sad because it's made me think about the fact that, oh my gosh, this is like supposed to be my family and I don't know them at all. I don't even know the ages of my cousin. Like I know what general age they are. I could not tell you how old my youngest cousin. I know that she's probably the same age as Dylan's little sister, but I could not tell you if she was 20. I could be so off too. She could be 22 and I have no idea. That's just how far removed I am, and it's like so sad to me. Everything's a two-way street. I don't know, like I don't even know my grandpa's WeChat or his Skype or whatever they're even using. And in my head, that was a barrier to talking to him, right? So it was just easier to not do it at all. Even though I could have asked my mom, I could have asked my dad, or I could have asked someone and just like reached out because I can. And I really have that regret. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, I think with family or any relationship, it's really hard when someone else isn't also putting in the same effort for you. But when things happen and when people pass, I don't want any of you to ever feel this feeling of like, well, I could have at least put one last effort in. I'm starting to think about it in the way of, I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this so that I know that when time comes and they leave this earth, that I put in the effort and I did everything I could to build a relationship, to have memories with them. And to really conclude this entire segment, even though I know all of you hear this all the time, like reach out to your family and tell them you love them, but truly, it's just a lot. Like knowing something and doing it is so different. Put in the effort, do it for yourself, do it for your family, whatever you need. Just let this serve as a reminder. Let's do an Instacart haul. This might be the boringest, dumbest haul you've ever seen on YouTube, but I feel like my 9-to-5 people can relate. This is literally the most exciting part of my workday, so. All right, starting off strong. We got Sonicare toothbrush heads. This is so boring already. Dylan and I have matching toothbrushes, but I have the white one, he has the black one, and we have a ton of the black toothbrush heads. I need to have a matching toothbrush, so these are the white ones. Also, you're supposed to switch these out every 3 months. I don't think I do that. I think I switch them out every 6 months, which is probably terrible, but I need to get into a habit of switching them out. It is hard though, when this pack of 2, literally $35 right now. Like, in this economy, you're gonna work double time. I honestly forgot what I ordered. Oh, yay. Okay, I got a heavy duty degreaser. I like the brand Method because I think they're more sustainable. I actually need to do more research on this. Someone let me know if they're actually just greenwashing, but I think the company has less chemicals and it's better for me, hopefully. I needed a degreaser because there's just a lot of grease buildup happening in my air fryer. Okay, last thing in the bag. Soy sauce. Really no explanation needed here. I was just running out of soy sauce. Which, by the way, I just found out from TikTok. Did you know you're supposed to put this in the refrigerator? Like, and it literally says refrigerate after opening. But I don't know if anyone else grew up in a household, emphasis on Asian household, where your parents just left soy sauce out in the cabinet. I had no idea. And then I found out that if you don't put it in the refrigerator, it like grows mold and stuff like that on the inside. And I just have never thought about that. So this is your heads up to put your soy sauce in the refrigerator. Yeah, you see Louis agrees with me. And then last thing, this is a must-have in our household, mainly for Dylan. 24 cans of Coke Zero. Zero, not Diet Coke, not normal Coke, zero. This stuff is amazing. I actually don't consume a lot of Coke Zero, but Dylan definitely does, which is really bad. I'm trying to get him off the habit, but at least it's better than drinking normal Coca-Cola, I think. We're easing him off of the Coke.
Toes are going to turn out. So think about them going out to the. I know. I'm trying. Great job, Rachel. I'm making you all perfect.
Okay, super special unboxing. I am so excited. I already opened the box because I was too excited and I forgot to take my camera out. So we're gonna pretend like I didn't already open the box. Ourselves situated here. How do I wear this scarf? Like shawl style? Or like, and it's gonna go around my neck when we get out there because it's so cold. But cute, alright. Yeah, the figure is really good.